morning and welcome everybody to this week's edition of the Entrepreneur Spotlight podcast. I'm Phil Nichols, joined today by Keziah Montgomery, local entrepreneur, raised by entrepreneurs, got a lot of great things going on, but welcome.
Thank you. It's great to be here.
Well, I appreciate that very much. We had your dad on, Marty Hoffman, before talking about, it was tough with Marty because he's got a lot to say. And it's a big topic, right? So I'm hopeful I can get Marty to come back. Some more to talk some more because he's really got a lot of good things to share. But today I want to talk to you about your journey, share with the folks kind of your current business. And I say current because most entrepreneurs will end up with more than one before it's all said and done. KBeth Portraits, you do photography and other types of creative works as well. But talk a little about how just your journey into entrepreneurship.
Okay. So my dad kind of raised us, all of my siblings. I have 5 younger siblings. He kind of raised us just as entrepreneurs, and raised us super confident, which I think is definitely something that a lot of entrepreneurs have, is just being really confident in yourself. Yep. And so I remember one time someone gave me this little claw machine, and I got it, and they just gave it to me for free. But I got lots of random little toys and put it in it, and then made my siblings pay me money to do it. And I made like $50 off of it, and they just gave it to me for free. So
there you go.
Yeah,
that's awesome. Yeah. So you talk about, you told me off the air, bartering, different things within your sibling group. Of course, having examples of entrepreneurship is always, and it wasn't just your mother and father. I mean, your grandparents, entrepreneurs. I know there's other family members through marriage that are entrepreneurs. So you guys you're pretty lucky. You've got a lot of entrepreneurs around you. Did that play a major role in you deciding to go down that path?
Yeah, I think it did, just because we didn't really grow up with thinking we had to go to college either. It was just kind of, you can kind of just do whatever you want. And if you want to go make your own business, then go for it. You can just do it.
So where did your love with photography come from? Where did that start?
So my parents gave me a camera when I was, I think, around 9. And I just started taking random photos. And then eventually it turned more into, I was like, oh, I could make this into a business.
Right.
And they supported me in it a lot. Right. And mom kind of, since we were homeschooled, mom really just wound it into our homeschool. So I was able to pursue it more.
Well, and I think, when I talked to your father, him and I are, I'm much older than your dad, but we're him and I are much closer in age than you and I.
Yeah.
Fair?
Yeah.
Okay. So from your perspective, one of the things I asked your pops was just to kind of walk through, what do you think? Just walk me through from your perspective, what entrepreneurship, what are those characteristics you need, what are the cornerstones you gotta have?
Yeah. I think you need to be really confident, and you need to know that you need to be a hard worker and push through it, because it's not going to be super easy. And everything's not just going to come to you super easily unless you're just super, super lucky or something. Yeah.
But stumble into it.
Yeah. I had this idea that I could send a whole bunch of letters to high school, and so I contacted the high school and I said, can I have the addresses for all the seniors that are graduating? And they said, sure. And so then I wrote letters to all of them and said, hey, can I take photos of you? And I sent like 400 out. I did this 2 years in a row, and I only got like 2 responses. Yeah. So that was kind of hard, but just knowing to push through that was helpful.
Well, and I think that, we on a different episode, not with your dad, but with some other folks, I believe nothing happens till you sell something.
Yeah.
Kind of stands to reason, right? And I think in the world of technology and everybody tells you how easy it is.
Yeah.
Which I think is a lie.
Yeah.
Okay. It doesn't matter. You're still dealing with human beings. Mm-hmm. People still buy from people they know, like, and trust.
Right.
There are some cornerstones in business development that will never change.
Yeah.
Great tools out there with technology and ways to connect, whether it's the social media sites that are everywhere or apps or just however, right?
Yeah.
Back in the day, we really thought it was creative when they had auto dialers. Now, I think auto dialers are illegal now, or they're supposed to be, but I still get auto dialed. But I think, it still comes down to relationships, right?
Yeah.
And I think that's where I think every entrepreneur has to understand that you can have a great idea, you can be excellent at what you do, but if you don't have a plan in your business plan on how you're going to acquire on client acquisition, you're going to struggle. Right?
Yeah.
So walk me through how have you adjusted from that experience of the 400 letters 2 years in a row?
Yeah.
What adjustments did you make?
I definitely have done more research just on marketing and stuff, and just really realizing that you can think out of the box a lot, because you don't want to do what everybody else is doing. Otherwise, the people that you're sending it to are going to get bored, and they're just going to be like, no, this is just a normal thing. Yeah. So you want to think outside the box and make it unique.
Yeah. And I think my dad told me a long time ago, he said, the people that get super rich, that have super success, that are different, that everybody remembers, they don't do what everybody else does.
Yeah.
I mean, they completely, blaze their own path.
Right. Yeah.
And I think there's a lot of truth to that. I think it's important you do.
Yeah.
So as a young entrepreneur, I want to get a feel for what your outlook for entrepreneurship is. When you look at it for people in your age group.
Yeah.
Do you think more and more people like you are starting to look to entrepreneurship? Because when we visit with Marty, your dad, we talked about how there's not as many as there used to be. Do you think that's going to change? Do you think that's kind of staying the same?
I'm not sure. I think the reason why there's not very many is because people are just controlled by fear, and they're super afraid. They don't want to quit their jobs, or they don't want to make time for it, and they're just really scared of their security that they have. Yeah.
I think, I talked to a good friend of mine that spent, this wasn't that long ago, about a year ago. So roughly 35 years in the same job. He went into work on a Friday, got laid off, got let go. Yeah. One job. Yeah. Got laid off, and he said, I realized that day that I had the least secure path I could have taken was working for somebody else. Yeah. I think most entrepreneurs that have done it for a while, I think we get that. There's nothing more secure than you controlling your actions and your activities and the outcome for your own life. Yeah. But that fear, and it's really one fear. It's really, I think there's two. Fear of failure. You're just afraid you're going to be embarrassed. Yeah. Get over that. Yeah. I mean, we're all going to do things that are going to embarrass us. Get over it. Embrace the suck, right? We talked about with your dad. I think the other thing is financial. Well, be disciplined enough, because a lot of people start their entrepreneurial lives with side hustles, right? They have to keep that W-2 job while they're building their side hustle. One of our clients, one of their top sales reps, has done window cleaning for years, and he's continued to do that. And the reason is it's really successful. Yeah. But he's willing to put in the work. He works hard during the weekend. He has a couple other people that do it during the week. He's got about 100 customers that he does their windows for, and he's got this great career over here. Now, he's a guy that I know eventually will not work for anybody else. He will be a full entrepreneur all the time, because it's just who he is. Yeah. You can see that, right? But I think understanding the opportunity side hustles can give you, so you can build that financial war chest, so you can go follow your dreams, a big deal. Would you echo that? Is that something that makes sense?
Yeah, definitely. And a lot of people will say that they don't have money to, but like, do you have Netflix subscriptions and stuff like that? Like, there's a lot of random things people have that they don't need. So,
well, and that's what Dave and I, my business partner, we tell clients all the time. It's not that you can't. It's that you're not willing to pay the price for what it costs to get it.
Right. Yeah.
There's always a way. Yeah. And there's always a way. Yeah. So, all right. I'm going to put you on the spot.
Okay.
Okay. You're going to do great though.
Okay.
I trust you. Okay. You're a Hoffman. You're going to be fine. Right. Yeah. No. I want you to tell me, if you had to pick one thing, if your best friend came to you and said, I want to be an entrepreneur, what's that one thing you would tell your best friend?
Oh, that's hard. I think I would say probably just don't limit yourself by fear, because I think that's probably just the biggest thing is you just need to conquer it, because once you do that, you're already going to be better off than most people.
That's awesome. And I'm going to encourage you that when you're done here, go find your mom and dad and hug them.
Okay.
Because they raised you right.
Okay.
I think most people, never get over what you talked about, the fear.
Yeah.
And that's really what it is.
Yeah.
I mean, you're just scared to death that you're, like I said, you're going to embarrass yourself. You're not going to make it financially.
Right. Yeah.
Trust yourself enough to go out and do the work, right? And if you do the work, it'll work out.
Yeah.
It will.
Yeah.
There'll be some, I tell people, some days you're a duck, some days you're an eagle. You just got to be an eagle more days than you're a duck and you win.
Yeah.
Right? But there are going to be those days where you're going to struggle.
Right. Yeah.
But you got to keep pushing forward. Well, I can't thank you enough. Do you want to let people know how they can get a hold of you with KBeth Portraits?
Yes, I have a website. It's just kb-portraits.com, and I have Facebook and Instagram of KBeth Portraits.
Great. We appreciate you being on.
It was
very
great
proud of
being
you, and I know your folks are very proud of you, and congratulations, newly married.
Thank you. Yeah.
Right. Married a good guy here, Montgomery.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
All right. Not a Kaufman, though. Or not a Hoffman. But he's working at it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for being on. We
Yeah.
really appreciate it.
It was great being on.